Good morning, good people. Hey, 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 how you doing? Miss Sunshine here, bringing you a lot of love, light, and of course, sunshine. Ah, hey, good people. I don't know how everyone's feeling this morning, but I'm feeling good. I'm feeling good. Able to wake up another day, able to experience this thing called life. Kind of excited to see what the day has in store for me. Um, I'm coming to you this morning, and let me be honest with you. When I was doing some of my recordings yesterday and just reviewing them, I was kind of getting inspired by myself, just sitting here listening to myself because the messages have so many words for me that I didn't even know I needed. So just by looking at them, I get inspired. And I was so pumped up yesterday morning after looking at the messages, the videos and things, and hearing what the messages were. I was inspired to uh, now just show up every morning when I wake up, and bring a touch of sunshine, sunrise with sunshine, and not really caring about the outer appearance, but I was just so confident in, yeah, gung ho. You ever get those moments where you're just gung ho? You just feel that inspiration and you're ready to do it. Yes, it was like that. So I was like, I'm gonna get up in the morning, let the message come to me, and just go from there. Okay. Well, I'm gonna tell you about life and in my world of transparency. I'm gonna try to keep it simple, but I'm gonna try to tell it. I wake up this morning, you know, in my head, I'm like, okay, I gotta get up. You know what I'm saying? Whew, I gotta do this message. But have you ever had that little person on your shoulder telling you every reason why you shouldn't? Like, you don't have a message. What are you gonna say? Just every doubtful thing that can come to my mind, so I wouldn't come press record. It almost worked. It got to the point where, like, I've been sitting here for an hour and trying to just meditate and let the message come to me. And it's really crazy because I can always tell when there are blockages, when, something is trying to keep me from getting a message out, or to keep me from um, getting my thoughts to wax. When I'm writing or whatever, I have a pen that I'm using and it has like all these different colors. Okay, cool. But when there's a blockage, when I'm trying to write, no colors would work. None. It was like the message is in my mind, but I can't get it down. And that's how I know it's even more important to get the message out. So I grabbed mine. And I said I really wasn't going to do like tarot card readings or whatever, but I did grab my cards this morning because I said, Spirit, I'm going to slow down. There is a message and I got to slow down. So I'm going to just pick up my Dragon Riders Oracle cards and just pull, and just pull one and see where the message is leading me for the day. Please excuse me. I have a little boy running through the yards and stuff. I see a sign running away. Huh. And that's, to a certain extent, just thinking about it, that's what it feels like. A part of you that's running away from reality, running away, not being truly there. And that will a lead. It's a lead. It's leading into, you know, um, the message I'm getting for the morning. So let me just, I didn't said all that. And see, I can tell something's trying to really block me from getting this message out. Um, so I did pull, the dragon cards, and just crazy enough, um, you know, the first card I pulled, it said, "Your inner servitude is over. Your beliefs and dependencies are melting away. I am awakening the magic that will free you. Know that freedom begins in thoughts." I don't know who that's for. And then it goes to pulling another one. And it just says, "You are being tested. To take the next step into a wonderful new phase of life, you must make significant changes to your attitudes and beliefs." You know, wow. And the last one, it's like she's a warrior riding a dragon. The destiny of your world is changing. And whether this is for good or ill is also in your hands. Protect the good, look after love, and leave no room for lower energies to creep in. That is crazy, guys, because wow, it's like your energy is revealing where your soul no longer feels aligned. And that's the message I was getting. You know what I'm saying? It's almost a form of spiritual protection. It's like spirit is allowing you and letting you know that in this season, your discernment you need, your boundaries you need, and above all, you need the courage to really trust your energy. You know what I'm saying? Spirit be talking to you. Spirit be sending you signs within your body when situations are occurring that you're not aligned with. You know what I'm saying? That pit in your stomach, that heavy feeling in your chest, that nudge or that inner feeling that something isn't right. You know it, you feel it. Um, but what happens, just to keep it external peace, we ignore ourselves. We ignore, what our body is telling us. We ignore, I call them our spidey senses. Our spidey senses, they go off a lot. But we've been taught not to trust them. Confirmation. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Confirmation, bird. Our spirit is really trying to show us the difference between when we're, if something feels like if it's expansive or if it's depleting, you know. Um, and that just truly means like in the situation or whatever, is this expanding me or is it really depleting me? How do I feel? Um, our spirit knows the difference between connection when we're connected or when we're moving with emotional obligation. You know what I'm saying? And that's us allowing the connection to flow. When you diminish yourself or, you know, come back some from who you are just to make a situation okay, like biting your tongue, like allowing certain things to happen And in order to keep the peace, you just bow down. You just, okay, I'm not going to say anything. That's emotional obligation. Um, Spirit also knows, like, when it's temporary discomfort that supports growth versus heaviness that slowly disconnects you from yourself. That one can be a little bit challenging because all discomfort isn't bad discomfort. Let me just say that. All discomfort isn't bad discomfort. And just because it's uncomfortable doesn't make it wrong. But you have to have that discernment to realize when it's just uncomfortable because you haven't done it before. Let's say you say no. It's something as simple as saying no. You're uncomfortable. You may be uncomfortable because you always say yes, but you say no. And if you are a giver, you know, you willingly give. You'll give the shirt off of your back. You'll give. But that time something in you is like, I can't do this. No explanation, no anything. It's something you feel. It's kind of uncomfortable to say no. Versus, okay, saying no, okay, that's that discomfort. Saying yes when your soul is screaming no. Saying yes when you know somebody is gonna, let's say somebody has to borrow some money. You know within your heart that they're using you for the money. You know you're not gonna get it back. You know something is nudging you. Don't give this person, don't give them no money. But you do it, and you make reasons why you do it. Well, they need it. I got it. I used to be like, well, I, if if it wasn't put on me to help, then the situation wouldn't be brought to me. I still believe in. I was here. I was believing. I was put here to be a blessing. So if I have it, I don't want to hoard it. I want to share it. I want to share my blessings. And that becomes a problem because, when you go against yourself, it's okay to help people. I'm not saying don't help people. But there are times where spirit leads you and spirit will let you know. Put it on your heart. Do it. But in those times that you'll say yeah, but everything in you says no, that's heaviness. That's that heaviness that it's disconnect you from your soul because now, now, now you're doing those things because of external emotions. But that temporary discomfort you feel by saying no is actually freeing. And sometimes when you do say no, 98% of the times, if you align with spirit and go along, if spirit is saying your soul, spirit, however you want to look at it, call it God, spirit, whoever, if it's telling you no and you go along with it, ooh, excuse me, no, I'm gonna say it. Spirit is gonna show you and give you that confirmation of why that no was a good no, or even a yes. It could be reversed. It can be reversed because you can talk yourself out of doing something that spirit has just is like, okay, this is where you're aligned. Spirit is trying to keep you in alignment. Your soul, spirit, God, the universe. I will say all these things, but whatever is your preference, that is your preference. Don't take that I'm saying a certain thing that's the only way. We're all trying to get there. We're all trying to get there. And that's the one thing. We're all trying to get there by different means. And as long as it's based in love, man, do your thing. Okay? So please do not get offended. Your soul is just really asking you to stop ignoring those differences. Just stop it. Stop it. Stop it. I mean, you got to look at it. Will you feel guilty at first for listening and staying aligned with where your soul is trying to take you, what it's trying to show you, how it's trying to keep you within alignment? Yes. Yes, you'll feel guilty. You'll feel guilty. But protecting your energy isn't selfish. It's not. But self abandonment is not love. There are things, as we walk this journey in this human form, that we're going to experience. But you were never meant to abandon your spirit. And that's what we've been doing. We've been doing that all our lives. We've been not listening to where we're being guided. But now we're at a time, like if these messages are finding you, you're at that time. You're at that place. You might be at those crossroads where those boundaries, it's something heavy within you that you can't go back to your old life. You've changed so much that it's just not comfortable settling for these things. Quieting your soul, your spirit, quieting what it's saying to you, maintaining those boundaries. Oh my gosh, you're at that point where it's happening, and it's uncomfortable because that. Ooh, you're kind of in that middle ground. We're right here because I am too. We're at that middle place of stagnation because we're all in this together. So I'm not going to say it's you. We're at this middle place where our old life is no longer comfortable. It no longer suits us, and we can't go back to behaving in that same way and tolerating those same things. But our new life has not yet opened up. We're right in the precipice of it. It's opening up. We're seeing a whole lot more. It's unveiling itself to us. But in this middle point, it's kind of make you feel like you're in the abyss. Like you don't know what's ahead, but you know what's behind you. You can't go back to it. See, once you learn different things, and once you're opened up to a lot of different things, or not even learn, once you just start connecting to soul, to your spirit, what's going to happen is I lost. It's so many. Oh my gosh, please excuse me. It's so many. Spirit is just, it's so many thoughts and so many things that's trying to get out, because it just feels like the collective. I mean, we're at that point. We are really at that point. We're protecting your energy, protecting spirit, protecting who you are, and loving yourself enough to honor who you are, loving yourself enough to take that time. And when you are shown, when it comes to you, don't ignore it. You're not crazy. Just feel it. Feel it. Because your body's going to let you know. You get those warning signals. And please believe, everyone's not going to be happy. If there were those that benefited from you neglecting what your soul is trying to tell you, what spirit's trying to tell you, they're going to be triggered. They're going to be upset. Some people are going to tell you that you changed, and it's going to be backlash with it. Stand your ground, though. Stand your ground, but don't be mean. Everything is out of love, and that's the key thing. Nothing you do will be out of anything else than love. As long as it's rooted in that love, even if it's love for yourself, it's gonna be okay. Um, it's a bunch of anxiousness. But that was my message for the day. You know what I'm saying? Just really taking the time to stand 10 toes down for yourself. Stand on what your spirit is telling you. Ooh, I just saw the bird. Just did you see that behind me? Just and look, the dogs are like, yeah, yeah. Stand on it. You stand 10 toes down for everything else. It's time to stand 10 toes down for you. You know, um, get yourself back in alignment with who you are. And it's not taught in schools. It's this isn't just taught to us. So we now have the ability to open up so much, to connect so much, not only with ourselves, but to those around us. But first, it starts with not abandoning yourself, listening to those little nudges. When they say let spirit guide you, I'm not lying to you, y'all. Let that be your guide. Stop second guessing that intuition. Stop second guessing that spidey sense, even when it doesn't make sense. Have you ever had a time you were getting ready for work and you were running late, or something happened, or and let's say spirit said either wait or go another way, and you went another way, and come to find out it's a 10-car pileup or a bad accident right on the route that you would have take, or that you normally take, and you like, ooh, I dodged a bullet. Or that time that you got these tingling feelings and this intuition, oh, that person ain't that, ooh, 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 I feel like something's gonna go wrong with that, and you veer the other way, away from it, and come to find out, and you're like, my intuition is on point, yeah, 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 but if it says something you don't agree with, then you're not listening. We have to realize we may not, ooh, confirmation, we may not always agree with that thought. We may, it sometimes it doesn't even make sense. I have been led to do things and not know why, and not even want to do. Oh, Lord have mercy, I ain't want to do it. Everything in me did not want to do it, but spirit was like, go do it, go do it. Is he singing? Yeah, that's Logan. And I did it. And lo and behold, when I did it, it started making sense. And have you ever done that? And at the end of it, you be like, dang, I see why I was led to do that. So sometimes it's that blind faith, faith in faith in knowing that spirit knows what you need. Your soul already knows what you need. Your soul already knows where you need to be aligned with what, where, who you need to be aligned with. And Sometimes we only listen when it makes sense to us. But if it doesn't make sense to us and it's something we don't want to do, we go against it. And 8 times out of 10, have you ever sat up and been like, dang, I should have listened to myself. I don't even know I ain't listened. I won't be here right now. The proof is in the pudding. You know it. You've experienced it. I don't have to tell you. I don't. But I'm going to leave that message right here. And this is at your morning, midday, whenever you get this. Motivation. This is that word. This is that touch of sunshine that you won't get this morning. If you come into this channel, I'm going to give you a touch of sunshine. And I'm going to say thank you. Because if you come here and you're led here and you're listening and you're receiving a touch of sunshine, it touches my heart. So, I got to get my day started. Yep, got to get my day started. It's time to get my workout in. It's time to do the rest of my meditation. And there goes the squirrel running by. And thank you guys. Thank you guys as always. Thank you. Now I'm starting to ramble, and you guys already know once the rambling starts, well, you might not already know because I've only made a few videos. I'm talking to you like, you know what I'm saying? We've been cool for, like 20 years, and you already know who I am. Anyway, I'm starting to ramble, so it's time for me to get up off of here. All of a sudden, you see the birds just got louder. You see how that sun just came out? Take that moment. Just take that in. Because it's moments like that that you'll never get again in that same way. I love you guys. And as always, if no one has told you they love you today, I love you. I love you. You matter. You're beautiful. And you can do anything you put your mind to. As always, I'm going to leave you with what? A whole lot of love. A whole lot of light. Oh my gosh. And a whole lot of sunshine. Even the birds are giving you some. And they serenade you as we end this message today. Take a deep breath, refocus, resituate. It's okay. Somebody out there, it feels heavy, but it's okay. Be safe.